Good morning, how are you? Today we are going to make a radication review, right? So I put here 3 examples for we see the terms, how we call them. So when I have the cubic root of 8, I say that 8 is the radicand, the 3 is my index, and the root is the radical symbol, okay? Here we have another example. I have the square root of 4. 4 is my radicand, this symbol here is the radical symbol, and 2 is my index, okay? Remember that sometimes we just put like this, we omit the number 2, but the number 2 is there, okay? But we can also have a number in front of my radical symbol. I can have 5 times the cubic root of 7. Do you see? 7 is my radicand, this is my radical symbol, this is my index 3, and this is my coefficient of the radical. When I don't have any number written here, means that my coefficient is 1. But we omit them as we omit the number 2 as well. For example, if I have 3 square root of 5, I can simply write 3 square root of 5. Or if I have 1 square root of 6, it's the same as square root of 6, right? Let's move on. Let's see some examples of radication, okay? The square root of 1 is 1 because 1 elevated to the second power is 1. The square root of 4 is 2 because 2 to the second power is 4. The square root of 9 is 3 because 3 elevated to the second power is 9. The square root of 16 is 4 because 4 elevated to the second power is 16. Let's continue. The square root of 25 is 5 because 5 elevated to the second power is 25. The square root of 36 is 6 because 6 to the second power is 36. The square root of 49 is 7 because 7 elevated to the second power is 49. And finally, the square root of 64 is equals to 8 because 8 elevated to the second power is 64. Now let's see some cubic roots. The cubic root of 1 is 1. Why? Because 1 elevated to the third power is 1. The cubic root of 8 is 2 because 2 elevated to the third power is 8. The cubic root of 0 is 0 because 0 elevated to the third power is 0. The cubic root of 64 is 4. Why? Because the 4 elevated to the third power is 64. And the cubic root of 125 is 5 because 5 elevated to the third power is 126. Okay? Now let's see some examples with the fourth root. The fourth root of 0 is 0 because 0 elevated to the fourth power is 0. The fourth root of 1 is 1 because 1 elevated to the fourth exponent is 1. The fourth root of 16 is 2 because 2 elevated to the fourth power is 16. The fourth power root of 81 is 3 because 3 elevated to the fourth power is 81. Now let's see some other kind of examples we can have. Here I say to you, I want the square root of a certain number that I call this number as a square because I don't know what number is, and I say that the result of this square root is 20. So how do I solve that? I have to elevate to the second power both sides of this equation. So I will have square, it's equals to 20 elevated to the second power. So that is the same as 20 times 20, which gives me 400. So what this means that the square root of 400 gives me 20. Okay? So it means that the square root of 400 is 20. Okay? Here, the square root of a number that I don't know, I call the square, is 30. So the square number is 30 elevated to the second power. So it's 30 times 30, which gives me 900. This means that the square root of 900 it's equals to 30. Okay, let's move on. Now let's see examples with the cubic root. The cubic root of a square is 2, so I have to take the power 2 elevate to the cubic. So 2 elevate to the cubic, it's 8. Sorry, this means that the cubic root of 8 is 2. The cubic root of a square is 4. So the square is 4 elevate to the third power. So the square is 64. So this means that the cubic root of 64 is equals to 4. Okay? Let's move on and see another kind of example. The same idea here, but now with the fourth root. The fourth root of a square is 10. So the square is the same as 10 elevate to the fourth power. So the square is 10,000. This means that the fourth root of 10,000, yeah, it's 10. Here, the fourth root of a square is 5. So my square is 5 elevate to the fourth power, which gives me 625. So my fourth root of 625 is the same as 5. Okay? And that's it. That was a little review about radication. If you have any doubts, you ask me next class. Okay? See you and thanks for watching. Bye bye.